Well, a crucial piece of evidence is missing in a murder investigation in Polk County. The sheriff is offering a $1,000 reward to anyone who turns it in. Polk County Bureau reporter Stacy DeSilva joins us with the details. Stacy.
Stacy, this stems from a deadly shooting at a Davenport hotel earlier this week. The sheriff says his office has a suspect in custody, but no murder weapon.
Gonzalez Morales, Angel.
29-year-old Angel Gonzalez Morales finds himself in jail facing 2 serious felonies: trafficking in fentanyl over 4 grams and second-degree murder.
I am setting no bond with regard to the second-degree murder with a weapon and the trafficking.
The Polk County Sheriff says Gonzalez Morales shot and killed 31-year-old Elijah Johnson at the home suites on US 27 in Davenport Tuesday.
No one witnessed the shooting. The suspect won't admit to shooting him.
Sheriff Grady Judd says the victim and the suspect got into a fight a few weeks before the shooting. Both have a history of prior arrests. The sheriff says after the shooting, Gonzalez Morales got in the car of someone he knew, then took off running when the driver told him to get out. Deputies located him 2 days later in Davenport and say he had 16 grams of fentanyl in his pocket.
You can go to jail tired, you can run, but you can't get away.
The sheriff's office is offering a $1,000 reward for the missing murder weapon.
So you can be a witness or a suspect. A witness or a suspect. All we want's the murder weapon. We don't know where that is yet.
Now, tips about that missing gun can also be made through Crime Stoppers. There is no known motive at this time. Again, the sheriff says that the suspect denies being the shooter. Reporting live in Polk County, I'm Stacy DeSilva, 8 on your side.
Contractor at the center of a Better Call banking investigation last year has been arrested on 2 felony fraud charges.
Todd Hoke was the owner of Sarasota-based window and door company, accused of collecting deposits and then shutting the company down. 8 on your side, consumer investigator Shannon Bacon joins us live to explain.
Keith, Stacy, complaints came in from customers in 3 counties: Manatee, Sarasota, and Charlotte. There are multiple law enforcement investigations ongoing, but this arrest is on warrants from the Charlotte County Sheriff's Office and the Punta Gorda Police Department.
It was more than a year ago that the Better Call Banking phone started ringing with angry customers of Sarasota-based Sash and Sill. All claimed they put down hefty deposits and got nothing in return.
I was very, very excited. And when I heard that the doors are not coming and money is not coming, my heart just dropped.
He has not ordered my windows. He's not pulled a permit. He's not contacted me.
I know of at least 50 other folks in the same situation, and I've heard numbers, anywhere from my number, which is about $1,700, all the way up to $75,000.
At the time company owner Todd Hoke closed his doors, he sent customers an email saying in part, this difficult decision comes because of unforeseen circumstances that has significantly impacted our financial stability, forcing us to file for bankruptcy. I have exhausted my personal and business resources in efforts to overcome the situation. Since then, several law enforcement agencies launched investigations, and now Hoke has been arrested and charged with 2 felony counts involving contractor fraud. Court records show one victim lives in Port Charlotte and the other in Punta Gorda. According to the arrest affidavit, a detective noted the business account had a balance of $3,343 at the end of March. By the end of April, the ending balance was $1,071. That is the same month the affidavit says the victim gave the company a deposit of $12,502. The detective wrote, quote, the victims had been strung along for months, even though Todd Hoke already knew or should have known his company was insolvent.
Coming up at 6, you'll hear from a victim in Sarasota County about what she thinks about these charges, and I have new information about the Florida Attorney General's investigation into this company.
Well, his I'm sorry letter only goes so far. Has he actually appeared in court, and have you been able to reach him? Have you tried to talk to him?
I've tried to talk to him for a year, Keith, and I reached his attorney's office today, and I was told that today they entered a plea of not guilty. His arraignment is set for August 25th. I reached out again to Hope today, but his phone has been disconnected.
All right. Thank you, Shannon. More coming up at 6 on this. If you have a problem that needs solving, you better call Benkin, the number 1-855-BENKIN, or you can always reach her on Facebook at WFLA Shannon.
An older woman who disappeared was able to be reunited with her family after a Clearwater police officer went above and beyond to try to find her. That woman went missing from the Clearwater area and was later found in Dunedin. News Channel 8's Alessandra Young joins us live from the Clearwater Police Department with this story. Alessandra.
Hey there, Josh. Good afternoon. I actually spoke with the Clearwater police officer that ended up finding that missing woman. Now, she had been missing for hours at this point. I mean, this is one dedicated officer because his search for her began after his shift ended. 73-year-old Martha Santiago was out for a walk in July. When it started raining, she ventured off the path to try and find shelter. And now where do I go if I'm already lost? I was lost. There was a massive search for her with helicopters and canines, but nobody could find her. Not until Officer Ivan Hernandez Perez decided to search on his own.
I saw the photo of the missing woman and she reminded me of my aunt. It pulled on my heart.
He says he ended up finding Santiago miles down the road in Dunedin.
I tracked this complex down here and drove in the back and I saw her underneath an awning and it was raining.
When I see the police arriving, I said, they're going to take me to jail. But I didn't do anything. And he says to me, no, we're going to take you home. Oh, thank you. Santiago just moved in with her daughter and doesn't know the area at all.
I wouldn't have gone home comfortably with her still being out there alone after multiple hours. I think it was a 7-hour time lapse by the time I started looking for her.
But she says she was so grateful to be reunited with her family after being out in the cold rain, all alone. I said, thank you so much for coming to get me home. And he said, yes, don't worry. You're safe now. Officer Hernandez Perez tells me that reuniting this woman with her family is one of his greatest accomplishments as an officer. Josh?
Yeah, what a story. How far away from the home was she found?
Josh, yeah, so we mapped it out and actually drove it, and it's around 3.6 miles apart.
Yeah, serious distance there. Alessandra Young live for us in Clearwater. Thanks for the update.
St. Petersburg city leaders are moving forward with plans to raise utility rates, even as some residents complain that their current water bills just don't add up. We wanted to know why the city council hasn't put the billing issue on the agenda for a formal update or at least an investigation. News Channel 8's Georgia MacArthur joining us now live. She is at St. Pete City Hall. So did you get any answers today about those high bills, Georgia?
Well, Keith, city administrators are blaming last hurricane season as a reason for those high water bills. Now, there are a number of possible factors. City administrators also told us bills should be back to normal. However, people we spoke to today say that is far from the case. John Kappa says his mother's home has been vacant since last hurricane season, but he recently received this bill for more than $300 due next week.
I went to the house and turned the water off, and we still got that $2,000 bill. Then subsequently, we've gotten anywhere from $300 to $400 bills.
And the water's
shut off from the street.
A March 27th council report shows the city hired consulting firm Stantec to review billing abnormalities and high consumption data after the hurricanes. But at Thursday's city council meeting, Public Works Administrator Claude Tankersley told council Stantec's review was limited and could not determine why the spikes happened.
Stantec did the analysis that they could do on the data that we had, just to figure out, how many of our customers did experience that spike. But the data that we had did not allow them, and nor did they do an analysis of what caused it.
But just moments later, after Tankersley said the cause was unknown, City Administrator Robert Jerds linked the spikes to the storms.
Now we are back to normal numbers on the utility bills. So it does appear to be directly related to the hurricanes and for a variety of reasons.
So what's stopping council from formally putting this on the agenda for a full update or investigation? And on your side, as council member Corey Givens.
I am going to be introducing a new business item to figure that out. That will be coming forward to a committee of the whole sometime in the near future.
Now, 8 on your side will be watching closely to see if that comes up on the agenda or if any data comes up before that September 4th hearing about the proposed rate hike. Reporting live in St. Pete, I'm Georgia MacArthur, 8 on your side.
All right, thank you, Georgia.